Kept in play towards this near side, but it looks to work the 1-2 in play on Panzu, and now it's back to work the 1-2 with forward. Jab wide towards Gabor, and now it's back to on this near side. He delivers a cross into the near post. It's headed away initially, and now Paquetá by the corner flag, infield to Alvarez, and he looks a class act in this West Ham team. He really does.
Yeah, if you're looking at a like-for-like swap for Declan Rice, having left the club, he certainly on tonight's showing looks the part.
Now Bowen coming forward on the far side. Initially went beyond Nakamba, and Bowen eventually digs out the cross and by the corner flag, but it goes outside the penalty area. Luton will try and bring it clear, but it's given away by Brown. Now Fornals, Ward-Prowse and Soufal. And we're heading towards the final 15 minutes on TalkSport. Our transfer deadline show coming up with Jim White and Alex Crook following this game. We'll also have reaction from the tunnel here at Kenilworth Road. 03717 223344 the number. And they will have all of the deadline day deals and whispers right up to the deadline at 11 o'clock and beyond. And you can check out our live blog as well, which is being constantly updated at talksport.com. 15 minutes to play. On Panzu with a high ball wide to the far side, nodded on by Doherty down the left. Chong will chase. Soufal sliding in, great defending. Smothering challenge on the ground. He came away with the ball and then gets up to clear. He gets it back from Bowen, plays it down the line looking for Paquetá, but it's won by Bell. Here is Chong again. Now Doughty with a high cross in. Morris will go for it at the near post, and Areola claims at the second attempt.
Yeah, better work there once again from Areola off his line. Defended that really well.
Now Fornals, high over the top, looking for Antonio, and I think Reece Burke could hear him coming here. He could hear the thundering boots of Antonio, and in the end just knocks it straight out of play. It will be a throw into West Ham.
Yeah, Doughty just down over on the far side there, just nursing, I think, his Achilles. I saw him a few minutes earlier, just in front of us, just feeling the back of his Achilles, and he seems to have the same problem over there at the moment.
Well, there will be a change made by Luton very quickly, I think. It's just in front of the VAR area here at Kenilworth Road, which is basically an area roped off just in front of the fans. So if referees ever have to go and have a look, there are Luton supporters who will be in very close attendance. But Doughty is back on the field of play for now, but the question is, will he return? And I don't think he will. And it looks like Chidozie Ogbene, the Republic of Ireland international signed from Rotherham, is the player who will be coming on.
A young man said to me the other day, why doesn't the fourth official look at the screen when they go to VAR? Save the referee all that time.
Number 7.
Well, he's part of the team, isn't he? He should give a qualified opinion. So I don't see any reason why, as part of his task over there, should be viewing the screen.
And then when he's getting a telling off from one of the coaches, they'll have something to actually tell him off about.
Exactly that.
Now Paquetá. I'm not saying they should do that, of course, but it always seems pointless to me that the fourth official gets it in the net for something he's not done. Not something you ever did, of course.
He's like an HR department, he is, actually.
It's a thankless task. Danny Ings will be coming on soon. And West Ham here are inching to their third victory in 4 games. And they will be top of the Premier League. And we've only played 4 games, but that would be the longest into a season they've been top since 1983. Now Zuma has gone down, clutching the small of his back. Fell heavily after winning a high ball.
I think we've had a really good... I think both teams have gone at it a little bit. I don't think we've seen a yellow card, have we?
No.
Quite unusual, certainly for the start of this season.
But as you say, Paul Tierney has allowed the game to flow, and there have been 1 or 2 challenges, but at the same time, I think the game's been played in a very good spirit. We've barely seen a cross word.
Yeah, it certainly has.
And it's still Luton 0, West Ham 1. For the latest odds, head to Ladbrokes. You can back Luton to win at 18 to 1, West Ham to win at 4 to 1 odds on, or you can back the draw at 19 to 5. All thanks to Ladbrokes. Play at ladbrokes.com. 11 minutes to play here at Kenilworth Road on TalkSport. This stadium's first game in the Premier League. And West Ham still leading by a goal to 0. And West Ham may get a better idea of their overall standing after the international break, because they have a home game at Manchester City and a trip to Anfield.
Well, I think the form that West Ham are in at the moment, I think both of those teams won't relish playing West Ham this season. You know, they've been workmanlike more so than clinical, I think, tonight.
Yeah. But maybe coming to Kenilworth Road, you've got to be workmanlike.
You certainly have. They've defended their box well enough. And to come away from here with a clean sheet, if that is the case, then they'll be delighted.
Danny Ings comes on for Michail Antonio for the final 10 minutes plus added time. West Ham with 65% possession so far in the game. Luton have had 13 shots, but not a single one on target. And that's that lack of a clinical striker which has been their problem so far, as Reece Burke is unable to control the dropping ball in front of us. It goes straight out of play. And we are sat in a position here where if the left winger is going past him, we can almost touch him. Now Zuma.
I think Luton have got to break their shape a little bit. Certainly West Ham will be happy just to keep the ball at this stage of the game. They've got to break their shape. They can't have a back five watching the other five in front of them work. They've got to squeeze onto West Ham a little bit.
Now Ings. I spoke to David Pleat before the game, the Luton Town legend, and I said, how do you think they'll get on? And he said he just felt they maybe lacked an inspirational player at the moment, somebody who can grab the game by the scruff of the neck. They're all workmanlike, they're all very good at their jobs, they're all diligent, but they just lack that stardust. Here is Paquetá. Paquetá claims he was blocked off there as he tried to play a 1-2 with Emerson. No free kick given. Now Emerson does foul Chong after West Ham gave the ball away, and that is the first yellow card of the evening. Yeah,
rightly so. Rather clinical. I think Emerson had the ump a little bit that his teammate didn't get a free kick, and I can certainly support Mr. Tierney there by not giving a free kick.
And I asked Pleaty if he had an inspirational player when his team came into the top flight in 1982, and he said he had 5.
Well, he certainly did.
Ricky Hill, Paul Walsh, Brian Steen.
Yeah, it's a really good side. And a tough place to come in those days.
Absolutely. That's not changed.
No, let alone the plastic pitch here as well, I think.
Yep, plastic pitch in the 80s, and of course no away fans. Now Ings almost wins a ball as Anderson slipped. In the end, Burke was fouled, but Luton here playing a very high line as they push on, and West Ham are looking to pick them off.
Well, nearly another mistake there that let West Ham in.
And in the midst of those games against Manchester City and Liverpool, West Ham will also have the start of the Europa League group stage as well, so they'll have plenty of Thursday, Sunday football coming up, although they're used to that. Ogbene with a throw-in for Luton, but it comes to nothing. Now Anderson volleys a high ball wide to the far side, and Bell into Morris, who controls on the edge of the penalty area with his back to goal, wide towards Ogbene, fresh legs from him into the penalty area, high cross towards the far post. It'll come to Pelirela Kampanzu, driven across the face of goal, and then Morris with the shot 6 yards out as it came to him. He claims a deflection, but a goal kick's been given. It was high over the top, and it looked a really good chance from here.
Well, once again, it's that man Morris, isn't it? You know, he's the one that seems to get on the end of things, and I think he's not smooth and silky, but certainly he's effective in this Luton lineup.
More changes for Luton.
Number 10, Corley Woodrow.
Taffy Chong is heading off, and Corley Woodrow comes on. Born in Hemel Hempstead, not too far from here.
I'm a little bit surprised that Chong's the one that's come off. I've been quite impressed with him tonight. I think he's got a little bit of sparkle.
Now Ings on to Paquetá for West Ham. Into the area right hand side. Bowen receives it. He's driven wide by Nakamba, and in the end he drives the ball off Nakamba behind for a corner with just over 6 minutes to play at Kenilworth Road. A corner to West Ham, leading by a goal to 0.
Yeah, we're going into the latter stages at this moment in time, and I think any goal from West Ham certainly won't get a reply from Luton.
Following game day countdown, we will have the transfer deadline show with Jim White and Alex Crook coming up at 10 o'clock on TalkSport. West Ham looking to finish things off here. Ward-Prowse with the corner, Zuma with the rising header, and Kurt Zuma makes it 2-0. And West Ham United are heading top of the Premier League. Kurt Zuma with a commanding, towering header, and Luton Town are heading for their third successive defeat. Harsh lessons in the big time, but the Hammers are flying high. 2-0.
Well, it's probably one of the only times from a corner or a set play that certainly West Ham have got first contact, and I've got to say, it was a magnificent header. Unmarked, he's got above it and just drove it back into the near corner.
Well, we are top of the league.
Great header.
Seeing the West Ham fans, it's September the 1st, but they'll take it. Usually they're around the bottom at this stage of the season.
That's a little bit harsh. I think this last season will be a point in case. Prior to that, not so sure. But certainly some goal, and they've probably put the game to bed. And I think two probably reasonably clinical defensive mistakes by Luton have been very costly, but that's this division.
Yeah, two headers.
Yeah.
And this is a team